Hello all YouTubers, I am the other dude. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning back into this dangerous heat wave discussion for July 13th, 2020. Before I get on with today's video, however, I would ask that every single one of you please smash that subscribe button and ring the bell notifications. Thank you guys so much for 600 subscribers. Let's get to our next goal of 700 subscribers and to our next long-term goal of the big 1,000. So please smash that subscribe button and ring the bell notifications, as well as watching the whole video. Both of these things really do support my channel, and watching the whole video, it's a win-win. You get the best part of the content, and I get the watch time, which I really do need for my channel. And please also like and share this video. Thank you. Now let's get on with today's video. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about yet another dangerous heat wave. It seems like we're having so many this year, and yet we're having another big heat wave, and you wouldn't guess where it is. Yep, the South Central United States. That's what we're going to be focusing on today, right in this region, right here in the South Central. And we've had such extreme temperatures and extreme heat index values that I can't wait to talk about this today. And the thumbnail does not lie to you. We could see heat index values potentially up past 115 degrees, or even very close to 120. All right, the thumbnail was not lying to you. All right, and you can see by the Climate Prediction Center from the 18th of July to the 22nd of July here that the Climate Prediction Center puts for Oklahoma and Texas and Kansas here, and even easternmost New Mexico, a 90% plus chance of above average temperatures, but that's pretty much the case for the whole country. All right, even extended to the Northeast, we got 70+% chance of above average temperatures, except for Montana there and eastern Idaho, northern Idaho, and northwestern Wyoming, where we do have a 33 to 40% chance of below average temperatures. Now, the 20th through the 26th, the whole country gets taken up in yellow and orange, but that concentrated area is across the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast, where we can see 60-70% chance plus of above average temperatures. But today we're going to be talking about, or the region we're going to be focusing on today is going to be the South Central. So from basically New Mexico and southeastern Colorado through western Tennessee and everywhere in between, this is the region we're going to be focusing on today. We're going to be going through different models, looking at the temperature and the humidity and what it's going to feel like. And I'm going to give you some tips towards the end of the video on how you can stay safe from the heat. All right. So this is 8 a.m. and you can see that the actual temperatures are. You might think, oh, that's not completely horrible. What are you talking about? Where's the heat wave at? Well, it's really sad when your temperature when you first wake up in the morning is going to be 88 degrees Fahrenheit. That's what your temperature should be in the middle of the day, not in the early morning. So already you can start to see that this isn't going to turn out too well, and it's not. All right. Even along the Rio Grande here, we got surface temperatures of 80 degrees plus already, and when you just wake up in the morning, that does not feel good. Like, you might be thinking, oh, it's going to be 60, 70 in the morning, going to go out for that nice morning walk. No, not necessarily. Because by the time you head towards 2 p.m., this is where things start to get dangerous. And keep in mind, this isn't the heat index. This is the actual temperature. And I'm pretty sure this is taken in the shade. Look at Texas here. 110 degrees according to the GFS model. You might be thinking, well, this is just one model. I want some other opinions. Well, don't worry, because all the models say this and worse. So a lot of the models are agreeing on this. Look at North Texas here. We're 105 degrees plus. All right, even some areas near 111. And this is the actual surface temperature. And I gotta break it to you guys. This is 2 p.m. This isn't even the warmest time of the day. All right. Here's 8 p.m. Now, if I could, GFS does 6-hour intervals, so here's 2 p.m. and here's 8 p.m. There really isn't, but if there's a way to get 5 p.m. that I could show you the temperature at 5 p.m. and probably even worse. But look at 8 p.m. 113 degrees on the Texas and Oklahoma border. 113. The actual temperature, according to the GFS model here, even well outside of that, you got to remember, almost the whole state of Texas, central and western Texas, is overtaken with 100 degrees plus temperatures, and this is the actual temperature here. This is one of the most dangerous heat waves I have tracked, all right? And not only because of the temperatures, it's not only because of the temperatures, but the amount of space it's taking up. I mean, we got 100-degree temperatures from Kansas through Oklahoma, through New Mexico, down through Texas, and even down into Mexico. This is so widespread here. Even outside of that, you don't need 100 degrees to feel dangerous. I mean, well outside of that, we could be well into the 90s here. And with the muggy air that we could be seeing, that 90 degrees is going to feel very, very uncomfortable. Now, 2 a.m., even 2 a.m., we're still at 97 degrees at 2 o'clock in the morning. That's just got to feel horrible. Like, literally, like, even if you wake up in the morning, our heat index values might even be, like, into the 90s already. Now, let's take a look at Tuesday now, and by 2 p.m. Tuesday, you see more of the same is happening. We're near about 108 degrees for north central Texas. Even OKC is 105, and by 8 p.m., it just gets worse. 112 degrees. Like, this is like almost like Arizona kind of heat, except it's going to be worse here because we have the humidity to deal with. You got 110 for much of western Texas here. You got, and I can't wait to show you guys the heat index values either. 112 for northern Texas. You can see more of the area is getting overtaken by 90-degree plus temperatures because technically the definition of a heat wave is 90 degrees plus temperatures for 3 days straight. That's basically your definition of a heat wave. Now, when you live this far south, I mean, 90-degree temperatures are pretty much normal, yes, but not 100, 105, 110 plus degrees, all right, for several days in a row. You guys want to take a look at what happened on Wednesday? Yeah, more of the same. Wake up on Wednesday, it's going to be in the mid to upper 80s. Now, by 2 p.m. Wednesday, I'm not even going to say that, I mean, it's a little bit of a relief, but not much. I mean, our temperatures will cool down a few degrees. At 2 p.m., we're at 105, which is better than 110, but it's still very uncomfortable and very dangerous no matter what. But look at this. By 8 p.m., I mean, we're still going to be at 110 degrees. I mean, on the Texas-Oklahoma border, really no relief whatsoever. All right, now we're gonna go through Thursday and Friday, and then we're gonna take a look at different maps and different models here. So by 2 p.m. on Thursday, you can see we're starting to get a little bit of a relief, maybe 102, 104 by 2 p.m. But by 8 p.m., a little better. I mean, 106. It's still very uncomfortable. You can see much of the region, anywhere like these like maroon reddish colors. These are all 90 degrees plus temperatures. This whole region that I'm pretty much focused on right here, except, I mean, some areas do say like 66 up in the mountains and 50s, but you guys are lucky. There's also a lucky spot if the GFS model happens to be right in northern Texas there, where the temperatures are only 82 degrees. You guys are lucky if that's actually ends up being correct. When we go through the day Friday, all right, the heat starts to move a little bit farther north now. So now we're starting to see Kansas and Oklahoma get the bullseye there, 105-degree temperatures, and by 8 o'clock, 105. So at least it's not 112 like we were seeing before, but that's still very dangerous. Look at the dew point temperatures. One of the reasons is our dew point temperatures are going to be 82 degrees. Now that's only for eastern Texas and south central Louisiana, or northern central Louisiana and eastern Texas, as well as the Arklatex. 82 degrees Fahrenheit dew points. That is like that's like pretty much almost a record high. All right, that's pretty much record high dew points and record high temperature. And the higher the dew point, the worse it's gonna feel. I don't want anybody going outside in this. I don't care if you're elderly or not, honest, or like a young child or not. Honestly, this is extremely unbearable. This is one of the worst heat waves. I will be honest. This is one of the worst heat waves I've ever tracked here, and this is why I want you guys. Hopefully, you guys will stay for the whole video. Congratulations, thank you to those of you who do, because just to watch these heat waves and to track them and keep people safe from going out in the heat and the car combustion. I mean, that's just crazy too. And you better not leave your child in the car because, I mean, with this kind of heat, it's hard to even make it a few minutes. And once that car's been sitting there, all right. Going forward here through Tuesday through Wednesday, dew points still in the 70s. Even by Thursday here, Thursday at 2 p.m. Now, I wouldn't even say good thing, but one good part about it is that at least for central western Texas and New Mexico, you guys won't be seeing dew point values too bad. I think for you guys, it's going to be slightly more of a dry heat, even though your dew points are in the 50s. But if you're having to be unlucky enough to be in central eastern Texas, where the dew points are in the 60s and 70s, and where we have very extreme heat, it's just going to feel even worse for you guys. Like, you don't really see too many of the 70-degree dew points going this far west, which is good news for New Mexico, but still, I mean, humid or not, 100 degrees is still very extreme. Even through Friday and Friday night, dew point still 80 degrees for Arkansas. All right, let's take a look at the heat index values now for the GFS model, and then we'll go to the Canadian and European models. Oh my goodness. You look 121 degree heat index values for eastern Texas. Yes, you heard me right. 121. You want me to prove it? 122 right there for Eastern Texas. Okay, this honestly is like a world record. I wouldn't say world record, but for this region, this is definitely a record here. 123 for the Arklatex. I mean, this is honestly just stunning. I hope you guys actually realize how hot that is. Why is that? Again, because of the 80-degree dew points. All right, like at least like Eastern New Mexico, our heat index values are not really at 100, which isn't still 99 is bad heat index. But when you look at 115, 123-degree heat index values, okay, that is pretty much unsurvivable. All right, I mean honestly, that's just so difficult to go out in. It's gonna be so uncomfortable out there. And yes, I did mean it when I say this is gonna be one of the worst heat waves I've ever tracked in my day. I mean, this is like almost Death Valley heat, but it's even worse because we have the humidity. If we didn't have the humidity, I bet you our heat index values would be about 100, 102 maybe, but maybe not even that. But with the humidity, it just makes everything worse. So be prepared there. Eastern Texas, Northern Louisiana, you better stay hydrated 24/7. I mean, too much water isn't a good thing either, but with this kind of heat, even at 2 o'clock in the morning, Dallas and Fort Worth is still 93, 95 degrees. All right, you're not going to be seeing much relief. Now, at 8 a.m. in the morning, at least it's in the 80s, which isn't completely horrible, and at least we cool down to the 70s for Eastern Texas and Northern Louisiana. There's actually a little spot here that says 88 for Northwestern Louisiana. But guess what? More of the same happens. 2 p.m., 8 p.m., now we start to see still 105 here. We got 108 degrees over here, so very, very dangerous heat. Let's look at the... Oops. All right, we're going to go to the GEM model now. We're going to look at the temperatures, the actual temperatures with the GEM model here. All right. So here we go. Prepare to be wowed. So with the GEM model, 8 o'clock in the morning, again, 87 degrees for North Texas, about 80 degrees plus from much of North Texas here. But look at this. By the time you hit through 2 p.m., by the time you hit through 8 p.m., again, 108 degrees, which is definitely feels very bad. All right, again, I'll give you some heat safety tips right now. Definitely want to stay hydrated. All right, what I would recommend doing is if you're getting ready in the car and it's been sitting out there for a while, what I would recommend doing, and I do this a lot, is actually just go to the car and just go in there. I mean, like, and make sure you're hydrated. Just go in the car and turn the ignition on and put the AC on at full blast. Then step out of the car, wait for a few minutes, and go in there. It's gonna feel a lot better. Okay. Heat safety tips is especially true for vehicles. Definitely want to get one of those sunshades. Put the sunshades on your windshield because I know a lot of Floridians do it, and a lot of people in the South do it. That you put the even no matter where you live. Okay, especially this far south that the sun angle is so much worse. It makes the heat even worse down here. So definitely get the sunshades for your car. You know, get the popsicles for the kids. You know, stay hydrated always. That you can stay safe in the heat, or even better yet, stay in the house. I mean, I know with the virus, it's kind of easy to stay in the house, but just please stay safe. Keep the AC on. Even you look at this, even the 2 a.m. Wednesday, we're still seeing widespread 90 degrees plus temperatures. All right, so this is very dangerous. And when you look at the dew points, because the heat index values for the GEM model is going to stay even worse than the GFS model did. Why? Because the dew point temperatures are going to be near 85 degrees Fahrenheit. No, not 75, 85. Okay, even 70 is very, very extreme. And when you look at 80 to 85, that's just stuff I really honestly haven't seen too much before. I mean, I would love to see the day that our dew point temperatures get into the 90s because that would be pretty much a world record. But when we're talking about 85 degree dew points, I mean, even out the open water, 83. All right, and you think I'm kidding? Okay, again, I was not lying. The thumbnail is not lying here. These are very extreme dew point temperatures. Dew point temperatures here. And even widespread across I think Louisiana, Arkansas, and Eastern Texas will see the highest dew point values, which is going to contribute even more to your heat index value. Why don't we look at that, shall we? Heat index value, this was yesterday at 8 p.m. actually. We saw dew point temperatures of 118 degrees Fahrenheit across Eastern Louisiana here. And look at this. Let's look at 8 p.m. again. More of the same here. Texas-Louisiana border, we got 116. All right, 111. I mean, we're talking about well into the triple digits, triple ones here. 112 degrees for parts of Arkansas here, and even The heat might even move farther east here into Mississippi and Tennessee. Look at this, 107, 108. So this is heat. This is nothing to joke around with. Mother Nature is being very she's being very extreme here. Now let's take a look at the European model. All right, because the European model is saying predicting some bad news as well. 8 p.m. on Texas, 110 degrees. All right, which is very, very horrible here. Even 108, 105 for much of northern Texas Panhandle, eastern Mexico there. And even as we head throughout the day, again, even throughout when you wake up, it's still going to be in the 90s. So honestly, even when you go for that morning walk, the heat index values will probably be well into the 90s and even close to 100, even in the morning. All right, it's very sad to say. So I'm sure everyone here is definitely going to want this heat wave to be over. I mean, I don't even, live in Texas, and I want it. Even me, I want it to be over. Right? I don't see anybody who would want like temperatures of 120 degrees because that's just sadly so easy to die in. I mean, anybody at any age, and even the pets too. Got to keep those pets hydrated. Don't forget about the pets. When you look at 8 p.m. now, look according to the European model. At Friday, they say it's going to get a little better. Temperatures at 100 degrees, but don't worry because we still got the heat index values to get through before the end of the video here. So let's take a look at the dew points though first. Again, 80 degrees for anywhere shaded in pink. That's where you're gonna see those 80 degrees. Even those very, very dark purples and those hot pink colors. That's where your 80-degree dew points are. And you saw it right here, northern Mississippi, 84, 84 for northern Mississippi according to the European model in terms of our. I mean, I know you guys. I mean, some of you may not know. I'm sure some of you do. But 80-degree dew points is just absolutely rare and just something you don't see every day. I mean, with the possibility of global warming increasing, I mean, obviously we're starting to see it a lot more now, but I mean, I see 70-degree dew points a lot, 75 and 77, but 80, that's pushing it a little bit. Dew point values are going to continue to be very high here. And look at this, 112, 114, even 117 for Western Louisiana here, and it just gets worse. Honestly, again, this is one of the worst heat waves I honestly have ever tracked here, and that's why I wanted to talk about in today's video. 110 degrees for Louisiana here. All three global models here they just don't let it go either. I'll even go farther out in time for you guys because look at Saturday afternoon, 105 still for Mississippi. I think that by the weekend, I think Texas will be left out of some of the extreme heat, but still heat index values into the 90s. But I think the heat could be here for several days, if not close to weeks. So that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I am the Weather Dude, signing off. Till next time. Catch you guys next video.